cutting costs of governance. Would the Peter Obi template be working for you? Are you doing more than that? Are you looking in that direction?
I don't know about Peter Obi's template. I'm pursuing Soludo's template, which is Soludo's template that thinks about, producing results by being accountable and prudent. It's not, we don't save money for the sake of saving money. Saving money is not an output. It's not an outcome by itself. We put money to produce value for our people. If you don't have something to spend money on, then save it. But if you have something, you can't have your people in the hospital dying and you say you are saving money and so on, and poverty is escalating and so on and so forth. Now, our own fiscal prudence is to be able to cut down waste. We've cut down the cost of governance. We've cut down all manner of, we say boycott all boycottables and cut all cuttables. And I give you an illustration.
There was some investment, and perhaps because this is an area in which you are very known for.
What
investment,
have you done?
What's your own perspective in a government investing outside of public sector? Because and I'm making another reference to former Governor Peter Obi of Anambra State, who has talked about how much of investment is made with the resources of the Anambra State government to bring back profit and benefit to the Anambra people. By the way, what has become of that investment, and are you looking in that direction also?
I don't know why you're turning the interview about Peter Obi.
No, I'm just making reference because these are like I made reference to former Governor Obi and not to.
Our interview is about my 2023 budget. I'm not talking about the investments of either any of my predecessors. By the way, the one that you talk about, I don't know about that. I think there was something I read about, somebody speculated about the value of whatever investment. What I've seen today, the value of those investments is worth next to nothing. So let's leave that aside. Let's focus on the kind of thing that first of all, you got to rebuild the public infrastructure. That is building for the future. We're investing in our schools. We're investing in our hospitals. We're investing in those. We're creating Anambra as Africa's leisure entertainment hub. That's what we are, modernizing our cities, backing on urban regeneration, giving our people life so that they can have quality air to breathe, controlling pollution, dealing with flooding, dealing with erosion that is ravaging everywhere, and so on and so forth. We're not going to leave those. I'm going to say I'm saving money to go and invest in one private company. And by the way, when you talk about investment is not about, going to invest in bakery. That's not what the government is.
Hello there. I'd like to welcome you back to these Diddy Strikes. Here we analyze trending issues and we do news commentaries. We try to stay unbiased and then we try to stay objective. All right. Please, if you like my contents, I want to urge you to subscribe and hit the notification button as a way of supporting this particular channel so that we can grow. It takes money to actually produce quality content. It takes money to do great things. Okay, to produce quality content, to go on research, to do all kinds of things. All right, I have a great vision for this little channel. It started as a hobby, but at some point I decided to be committed to it. Okay, because this is my own little voice in my own little corner, talking about what is going on in this country. All right. I hope to make the difference with this particular channel. Thank you so much for supporting me. The Lord bless you as you do that. All right. I was really sad. Okay. You just saw the clip This is an interview the present governor of Anambra State granted in Channels Television talking about Anambra State's 2023 budget. That is what this interview is supposed to be about. 2023 budget of Anambra State. At the end of the while on it, Sheung began to ask questions with regards to P2B. Definitely P2B's claims that he made investments and all he did and also saved money for Anambra State. I want you to understand that P2B Lieutenant P2B was not the immediate governor of Anambra State. Please understand this. He was not the immediate governor of Anambra State. Somebody did 8 years after P2B before Professor Chukwuma Soludo took over. And I believe that Chukwuma Soludo have been in office for over 100 days now. All right. Of course, if you're a follower of this channel, go through my previous video, you will know that I supported Professor Chukwuma Soludo because I believe he's an intellectual. I believe when it comes to capacity in terms of economics, I don't know leadership-wise actually, but I know that when it comes to economics and when it comes to all that, I don't know about politics, but I know that he has what it takes to revitalize and also take Anambra State further from where his predecessor left. Okay? So now this particular interview is supposed to be about the 2023 budget of Anambra State. My question is, this is supposed to be an Anambra State budget. Why take it on Channels Television, which is supposed to be almost a national carrier, national television? I don't know if he has granted any of these interview in some of our local televisions here in Anambra State, talking to Anambra State people. All right? Then he took it on channels. Okay, somebody might say, okay, I know that Anambra State budget is not for the whole country. Okay, there are Nambarians living all over the country, of course. All right, but in my own opinion, I believe that this interview at this time is politically driven. And the objective of this interview is to discredit Peter Obi. And from the body language of my dear governor, whom I supported so much and I still support today, you can tell that he's not a fan of Peter Obi. All right? From his language, from his intonation, from his body language and everything, you will see he doesn't want to hear anything about what Peter Obi had done or what Peter Obi has done. And also, knowing that Sheung of Channels Television knows quite very well that governors, there's this feud between governors. Okay? No governor want to accept that the previous governor did well, or do you understand? Especially in Anambra State, where when you put someone there, the person becomes your worst enemy. We saw actually what happened. Peter Obi picked Obiano and put him there, supported him, and he was voted in because it was through a due electoral process, not as if he imposed him on Anambra State. But he gave him all the support and put him there. Obiano came and became a rascal and did his own thing. All the money that P2B actually saved, all right, squandered it. Although some people are insinuating that the international cargo airport he built, actually the money came from there and all that. Okay? Now, Obi did not just save that money for saving sake. I want to say what I know first before I begin to address the answer of Professor Chukwuma Soludo. All right? I want to say what I know. Obi, in addition to excellent performance in governance, all right, Obi did quite a lot of things. Chukwuma Soludo is talking about modernizing Anambra State. Who actually started it? The Anambra State that that Peter Obi inherited. Did you know where Peter Obi took Anambra State from? You are talking about erosion. As at the time that erosion is not, it have been reduced to the minimal in Anambra State. You're talking about road, building roads, network, and all that at a time that there are major roads, all the major roads that leads, access road that leads to different locations in Anambra State have been built. The road that you're talking about is just built. What you're doing right now are, if you would tell the people the truth, the roads you're building are internal roads, village roads. That's what you're building now. But all the roads, the major roads that leads to different access roads, networks of road that leads to different places in Anambra State have been built. And the person who did almost 85% of those roads was Peter Obi. Yes, was Peter Obi. It was in Peter Obi's regime that the access road that led to my place was built. It was always a Herculean task and a worrisome venture to come back to my village. Why? Because of bad road and erosion. Now you're making the situation of Anambra State look so gory. The Anambra State that Peter Obi inherited and took it from almost how many years backward and brought it to the front line. Who started the modernization of Anambra State? Who started attracting investments? Yes, Peter Obi attracted a South African company, brewery company, into Anambra State, and also invested part of the some part of that was not all he did. Some part of the money, Anambra State money. Yes, it was a private sector. All right, he attracted them, believing that they would do well. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think there is anything wrong with it. Okay? Now, in your language, that is not investment. In your language, that is investing in bakery. In your language, that is what did he say again? He said it's next to none. At first, you denied, I don't know anything. I'm quoting you. I don't know anything about such investment. I don't know anything about such investment. That was your exact words. But we all know the particular investment you people are referring to. Okay? So, and you don't know me as just this, an indigenous of Anambra State is aware of the investment. You, as the governor of Anambra State, was not aware there was an investment. Even if you want to discredit that, will it start from you denying the fact that you're not aware of that there was any investment like that? Even if you think that that investment is not to the best interest of Anambra State, this is one amongst many things that Peter Obi did. Would you start by denying the existence of such investment? Yes, you called it next to nothing. That's what you said. Next to nothing. That's what you said. And you now began to talk about public infrastructure, which of course Peter Obi was the forerunner of that. All the acts, I can say boldly that 85% to 95% of the access, what am I saying? Of the access road in Anambra State, main roads that leads to different places was built by Peter Obi. Peter Obi was the person who built Chukwemeka Odomogwu Chukwu's University Teaching Hospital. Sir, you are talking about you can't be investing in public, in private distance while your people are saving money while your people are dying. How much have you done to improve the quality of life of your people in terms of improving that particular Odomogwu Chukwu's hospital, teaching hospital? You go there. Oh my God! I don't just. Maybe I'm going to do a different video about this. What have you done? How much have you injected into that this thing? Have you checked the performance of that thing? Obi led the structure, built it, equipped it. How much have you done? A government hospital like that is as costly as what? I don't know. I don't even want to talk. Yes, I know that health is costly. But how much have you done to subsidize medication and Medicare, health, wealth for the Anambarians? You have been in this office for over 100 days. How much have you done? You better tell the people the truth, because you are being economical with the truth. To say you don't know about an investment that Peter Obi did, you don't know about Peter Obi's contribution. I don't have any problem when you said you don't know about Peter Obi's template. What you're running is Soludo's template. Actually, oh my God. See, I don't expect that from you. Even though there is nothing indicting about the first statement you made, you don't know about you. I know you're somebody who believes in yourself. You believe in your own method. You believe in you believe you know much more and all that. But sir, we want to see it practical in Anambra State. The era of speaking long grammar has gone. The era of politics has gone. What we want to see right now is the practical change. How does it reflect in the lives of Anambras? That's what we want to see. But what I want to say here is that to come out and outrightly deny of an investment that P2B did, I can understand if you want to discredit and say that the investment is not maybe due to inflation, due to whatever that is next or not. I can understand that. But for you to outrightly deny it and say you don't know about such an investment that even I myself am aware of, every Anambarian is aware of such investment. Oh my God. For you to outrightly deny, see, you are the one scoring. You have an opportunity to say something. You know, may God have mercy on us. When you are endorsing someone, God releases grace on your own part to do more. When you say somebody has done something right, there's a grace it releases on you to do better. At least, if you don't believe in grace, if you don't believe in God, at least you are going to win the goodwill of the people. And when the people has a goodwill towards you, you do better. I expected you to have commended Peter Obi and what he did. Even though if you're having an issue with what you inherit, I understand where all this attitude is coming from, because you inherited a deficit. That's where all this thing is coming from. That's where this body language is coming from. And you want Anambarians to know that the state you inherited, but that is not the doing of P2B. P2B credibly saved money as though he knew there was going to be a time of famine like this. Saved money for Anambra State. In addition to excellent performance, he did quite a lot of things. The cargo we are talking about, international airport, we're talking thanks to P2B savings. Yes, thanks to P2B savings. The cargo airport, international cargo airport we're talking about. The modernization of Anambra State, the forerunner, the person who started it was P2B. Till date, you have not done anything in addition. All the development in Anambra State today is still private sector driven. Yes. All the development, structural development in Anambra State today is still private sector driven. I can say this categorically because I understand about real estate. Anambra State, accommodation in Anambra State is as costly a state that I don't know. Oh my God, I don't even want to go into some things here. I don't want to go into some things. So, you people should stop taking credit. Power is still epileptic in Anambra State. I live in Anambra State. I'm not just somebody that came that is outside Anambra State. Sir, I came into Anambra State because of you. I came into Anambra because I said, as you're coming in, that you're going to bring a lot of development, which I'm still expecting you to bring. But you see this is an opportunity for you to say, Peter B did well, but you inherited there was a government in between the both of you. Peter B is an intellectual like you, sir. There's a government in between the both of you. You inherited a deficit. That's where this attitude is coming from. You should have said outrightly that he did well, but there was a government that came in between you that actually squandered everything that Peter B. If that is exactly what you said, it would be understandable. Shengu and channels, we understand who they are standing behind. We understand what they want to get from you. But, sir, I think you did not think of the political implication of what you were saying. Or am I right to believe that this whole interview, like I asserted eventually, am I right to believe that this whole interview was actually politically motivated? Was this interview granted because you want to discredit Peter Obi and his campaign and his efforts? Am I right to believe that? You are my governor and I still believe in you. I believe you will do better. You have what it takes. But one of the things that I want you to do better, work on, is on the leadership aspect of the administration. Leadership is about the people. Leadership is about the people's goodwill. It's about the people's goodwill. It's about rallying people around to support your vision. You are the driver, but there are passengers, there are conductors that should help you, assist you to get to where you're going to. Not coming to discredit everybody and believe that you alone knows what you're doing, which is the body language I'm seeing in what you're doing right now against Obi. Obi was the one who did at least 95% of the access road in Anambra State. You are doing the ones you're doing. Let me say thank you, because I know what you're already doing something actually. But at the end of the day, we're going to score you. Thank God that you are the one paving tarring the roads you're doing right now, the internal roads, the ones in the villages. But the major access roads that leads to different places in Anambra State was done by P2B, amongst many other things. P2B never owe pension. P2B brought structural development in public infrastructures were heavily escalated and built during P2B's time. The modern Anambra State or modern Oka that you are driving to right now was started by P2B, and it took it to a great extent. Right now, the challenge before you is to give Oka, our state. You see that capital state called Oka? Oka needs a better road. Thank God for the eternal roads you're building inside Anambra State and other places. But Oka also must be included. Oka Road is nothing, next to nothing. I'm using your words, next to nothing. All right? That is the challenge facing you. You better come and redress what you said. Let it not look as if you are all and out against Obi. I know the body language. I know where the frustration is coming from, because you inherited a deficit. You should have said, and that is the right thing, start commending. This is what I expect you to do. Obi did well, did some investment, took Anambra State, inherited Anambra State from where he inherited it and took it to where he took it. But there was a government that came in between and squandered most of the things, and you inherited a deficit, and you're trying to you are not using his template, but you're bringing a template which is your own template that you think is going to work. All right? Because at the end of the day, we're going to judge your template. We're going to give you a score. There'll be a scorecard on what you've done. How much did your own template work? I want all the obedience to know where this is coming from. This is coming from a governor who inherited a deficit and is so frustrated about it. And he only needs to be humble enough to accept that the person who put him in power there squandered Anambra State economically and added nothing to Anambra State. What Anambra State is enjoying today is thanks to what the precedents that Obi had set. And that precedent will remain. Precedents will remain. This is what every true Anambarian knows. Obi paid the aged ones, yes, did everything to provide jobs for Anambra State. Obi invested in the health sector. He was the one that actually built the teaching hospital we enjoy today in Anambra State. Obi invested in the educational sector and a whole lot of things. You will not be a proud Anambra State governor today if not for the precedents that Obi has set. I want you to accept that, and I want you to appreciate that. Come out and clear yourself. What you said is very indicting, and the enemies could use it. Or maybe I may be right to believe that this whole thing was politically motivated. This is Diddy Strides. God bless you for what. Please, if you like contents like this, encourage us to do better. All right? God bless you. Thank you so much. Diddy Strides signing out.